Texas is one of the unique states in that you all have a governor running for president. What do you all think about Governor Perry running for president?
Surprised.
Why? Say more. Why?
Because I didn't think I think he came in off of George W.'s coattails, and he seemed like he had zero personality. He might be doing good things, but you need to have personality, I think, to be president. I mean, you got to look good in front of cameras. And I was just amazed to see him come out so strong in some of the earlier discussions. And I was like, who is that? You know, and I think now they're starting to realize he's not that kind of person.
He hasn't done what he makes everybody think for the state of Texas. He's buffaloed so many people that they finally skeletons are coming out of the closet now.
He's no friend of education.
He's not a friend of anything but his own pocket.
And I have not liked him, but
he leaves something to be desired. He's not the ultimate savior.
He's a career politician.
Yeah, that's probably
That's all he is.
I'll go against what everybody's saying. I'll say that I think he's done some pretty good stuff here. I mean, obviously, he's been in office for 11 years now. Has it been?
Because there wasn't anybody better.
Well, that's not his fault. You got to look at the current situation in Texas. I'm glad to be living here right now because I moved here from California a couple of years ago because I was not going to stay there for that, that mess that was starting to form up over there. I'm like, I'm going back to Texas. People look at this state as, I don't want to say bastion, I don't want to say an example, but it is an example of how to run a state when the rest of the country is not doing so well. A lot of the things in the state are positive. There's some bad stuff too, but for the most part, I would much prefer to live in this state than any other state in the union right now. And I think that says a lot for at least the leadership, and not just Governor Perry, but for the Texas House and Senate.
Well, I kind of echoed what he said. I mean, I loved living here. I'm from Oklahoma originally, and a lot more opportunity here. I was kind of fired up about him the first couple of debates, but he's kind of sliding down. But a great debater doesn't necessarily keep you from being a good president. So I'm still on the fence, but I'm more positive than negative about him right now.
How about you, Bob?
I'd say more positive than negative, but he does not strike me as the commander-in-chief. I just can't quite picture that. He's done well in Texas, and he's done some things that I don't necessarily agree with, but he's by and large done a pretty good job, and Texas is a great place to live and work, and we're going through a bad time right now, but in the last 40 years that I've been working here, it is the economy has always been much better than Massachusetts or somewhere.
Do you all think it's good for the state that he's running for president?
I don't think it helps it or makes any difference.
No difference?
It's a little tough to tell.
How about Bianca, what do you think?
I don't care one way or another.
It's kind of one of those we'll see issues.
Barbara, what do you think?
I don't know that it has an impact.
What now?
I don't know that it has an impact.
It sort of
Yeah.
doesn't affect the state
I don't
really
think
one
so.
way or the other.
I don't know how it could. I mean, if he makes it, it will. We got to get another governor. Of course, he's probably up for re-election anyway. But there's something to be said about. We've had governors that went to become president. In fact, it's got to be a trend or something. But did it make any difference before? Are we better or worse because of it? I don't know.